Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Foch B. It's a tier 10 French tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast corner, or northwest corner actually, of Fjords. And this one is under the command of marke12. Now he's got a 120mm gun with 6-shot autoloader capable of doing 2,400 hit points with one magazine. Does have a long reload though, 36 seconds by the book, and you can see that Marke's got it down to 34.7. But it does have a lot of firepower, and it has quite a lot of armour at the front of the vehicle. You can see that it's very well sloped, but it's got a very obvious weak spot. That's that measure, the what's it? The rangefinder. I was trying to think what it was. It's actually the rangefinder. Okay, first target, RU251, takes one round for 399, but we don't get the kill. That goes to a T103, so we're unlucky there. So we've used up 2 rounds. Is he going to pop for a reload? Not yet. Now this tank replaced the Foch 155 in the 9.2 client. It sacrificed the original alpha of the tank destroyer for a magazine quickfire instead. Very high burst, high DPM. There never actually was a Foch B. It was a clone of the 9 AMX 50 Foch project instead. So this isn't a real tank, I'm afraid. It's a fake tank. The actual Foch was a single shot Foch, not a multi-shot autoloader. Okay, target up there. Ooh, that's the problem. You go to a reload and your shells are not ready when you need them. Arty's got a strip, puts one in. This is where you see this tank benefit. He tracked the guy. He's now pumping those rounds in, and he's overmatching the hull, and there goes. He's got his first kill, but he's only got 2 shells left, so he pops for the reload. This is a very nice custom job. Looks kind of metallic. I doubt that they actually made something like that, but it certainly does look rather pretty. Okay, we can see a target off in distance. In fact, it's our opposite number on the enemy team, the Foch. We get a shot. Well, we've lost sight of him temporarily. Knocking this tree down would give away our position. Okay, we're loaded, ready to go, but we've lost sight of the target. The good thing in our favour is that the strip is sitting right in front of us, and if somebody does fire at us, they're going to hit the strip instead. Not good for the strip, but good for us. The bad thing about this tank destroyer is it has the second worst alpha of all the tier 10 tank destroyers. And if you want to actually make it work, you really need to fire the APCR. The standard rounds, as I said, capable of doing 400 alpha, will only go through 257mm. But with the premium, 325, and of course at tier 10 you do need over 300mm. You're not really going to do much. A lot of rounds will just bounce off the enemy armour. It does have weak side armour. In fact, that's where they scrimped and saved to reduce the weight. Ow! And 2 rounds right through his rear. I was about to say, and the rear armour isn't that much good either. Marke was responding to the fact that the enemy were actually coming up the west side of the map, and now we're kind of surrounded with 3 tanks down, and now we've got a Barras coming into view. Oh, too quick. He was way too quick for us to do anything about that, but the Leopard, well, he's going to feel it. And he felt 2 rounds. Could he get another one in? I don't know. But he might get another chance at that Barras if he's quick enough. Nope, you were aiming at the gun, not the tank itself. But the Leopard's come back and he takes another round. The only trouble is, of course, we're going to have that very long reload any second, and tanks are about to turn up behind us. He's popped the reload anyway, And he's now getting behind a solid house to defend himself. And turning to face the enemy. The poor gorilla, he's got no armor at all. And he wants that space for himself. He's probably thinking, yeah, you've got armor. You're okay. I'm not. And the Object 279E is gone. And the kill shot went to the Cranvarn, and he's thanked him. And the grill's come back. I think he's got his confidence back now, because it's not so many, but they have got a Jaeger down there. Mind you, he is only half hit points, and they can use the wreck from the 279E as cover. Behind them is a Sharp Future 4, and yes, he's going to be a bit of a problem. Comes into view, can you get a shot? There you are. One in. Turn fast enough on this shot to make it count. And the chart can't stay there forever. Oh, the gorilla went down. And the chart has gone. The Cranvarn got him too. So, 2 down on the enemy. They're behind us. He's got his reload in. So 5 shells ready. Still got 2/3 of his hit points. The enemy seems to be holding back, but oh, there's something that might be rather nice. That's the SU-130PM. 2 shots should be able to finish him off. Is he going to come up? It looks like he's coming up. Yeah, the E50M is way down on hit points. I think he's given up. There he is. Oh, it's the Foch. It's the enemy Foch. We have got a shot there. He's not shooting. It really is an accurate tank destroyer. He's decided not to shoot, and we just lost our Kunstpanzer. But at least the enemy lost their Foch. Unfortunately, the SU-130PM also took out our E50M. So we've got a Jaeger behind us. Don't want to allow him to put a round into our rear. And we just got spotted by somebody, so it's probably the Jaeger. It could be the SU-130PM. There's the Jaeger. I think it was him. He is in a position where he might be able to spot us. He's popping back down again. He doesn't want to get hit by this autoloader. It's devastating because it will literally strip the hit points away. The intricate reload is, well, fairly fast. 2 seconds per shot. The Leopard got around him. Leopard doesn't really have much in the way of armor. Okay, so we're waiting for the SU-130PM. Jaeger behind us. Leopard we can't see, but he's obviously taking a shot at us. And I think he might be in those bushes. The enemy's just got one other tank that we haven't seen. It's the T-54. We don't know where that T-54 is. On our side, we've still got the Cranvarn. He's been holding out. He's got 3 kills. The Kunstpanzer's got 3 kills. And it's still only Marky who hasn't got 3. I would say at a pinch that he could platoon with the Kunstpanzer and the Cranvarn, and potentially they might be able to get the Brothers in Arms. Kunstpanzer's decided to park up behind the rock on the other side of the river, and oh, somebody is firing, and there's the SU-130PM. He popped down very, very quickly as soon as he realised. Get back into cover, otherwise that Jaeger will put one in you. He could wipe you out with 1 shot. Oh, he managed to get one into the Leopard, makes him a 1 shot. Couldn't get the gun round to bear. He had to pull forward to turn the gun to get it to bear. That's the problem with this thing. It only has a 10-degree arc either side. The Cranvarn's had enough that he's gone round and taken out the SU-130PM, so he's now got 4 kills. The Kunstpanzer's got 4 kills. And there's only 2 tanks left in the game, so we're not going to get 4 kills, but we certainly could get 3, and if we were to get 3 and the other 2 platoon with us, then it would be Brothers in Arms, but we'd miss out on a crucial just by 1 tank. Still looking for that T-54. It hasn't turned up. The Leopard is moving about in the field. Oh, and he's just got taken out. The Kunstpanzer managed to nail him, and that means now there's only one enemy left. It's the T-54. Nobody's seen him. At least I don't think anyone's seen him. In which case, then he may be an AFK. And if he is, then it's going to make it an easy victory. He's been spotted. Now, is it an AFK? He is a medium tank. There he is. And it does look like he's an AFK. The gun barrel's down. So this is going to be an easy kill. Just going to empty his barrel into that T-54. Just show you what it can do. Oh, he didn't penetrate with that one. But this is the kill shot. Oh, no, kill steal. A kill steal by the Kunstpanzer who wanted a top gun. And, well, he can have it. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for marke12 in the AMX 50 Foch B. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. He got a Pfeiffer effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And lastly, he did get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. So even though he didn't actually get any kills, or did get a kill, one kill, the Strib, but even though he didn't get that many kills, he certainly did a lot of damage on the enemy. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see the highest damage was 6,211 hit points. The second highest was the Kunstpanzer, who managed 5,634. And the third highest was the Leopard 1 on the enemy team, 4,464 went to him. When it came to kills, it's the Kunstpanzer who managed to get 6 kills out of that one. And he also got a tank sniper out of that game as well. And a Leather Slayers medal. So well done to him. The Kranvan managed only a Pfeiffer effect and fighter, but he got 4 kills. And then 2 kills went to the E50 Ausführung M. And also 4 members of the enemy team. Their Jägeru, their Leopard 1, their 279, and their AMX 50 Foch B. I'm afraid that, Marke only got the 1 kill, but he did get the most damage. When it came to base XP, it was the Kunstpanzer who did the best with 1,213. 1,056 went to the Kranvan, 921 went to Marke. I think really the reason why these guys did so much better was, well, the Kranvan was playing holdout. He was desperately trying to hold off the enemy. And the Kunstpanzer, well, not just the fact that he got the top gun, but also the fact that I believe he is a tier 9 in a tier 10 game. In fact, it was the lowest tier was a tier 8, but he was a tier 9, so therefore every time he was hitting a tier 10 tank, he was earning extra XP, 10% extra on each strike. So that's why he was doing much, much better in the long run. Marke fired 21 rounds, got 18 direct hits on the enemy and 16 penetrations. Damage of 6,111 hit points, of which 2,258 were at more than 300 meters, so a fair amount was done at close range. He received 3 hits from the enemy, all 3 penetrated. I'm afraid 2 of those rounds actually hit the rear of the vehicle, and obviously that's where it has the weakest armor, and there's not a lot you can do about that. You are going to take damage when you get hits on the rear, because the armor on this thing is actually fairly thin at the rear. It's only 14 millimeters, and if you hit the sides, it's only 80 millimeters, so yeah, if a shell hits it, with it being slab-sided and very thin, the shell's going to go through. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 1, so there's his Confederate, and he got 611 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 36,939 credits on a free-to-play account, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 1,123 credits profit. Very, very low. 921 base XP, no multipliers, that's all the experience points he took away. So let's have a quick look at the AMX 50 Foch B in the armor. Yeah, you can see it's all about the front face of the vehicle. You can see that the weak spot is definitely that rangefinder. It's only 150 millimeters. If you hit the sides, it's not going to get much. It's this bit in the center, really. It's very obvious. It sits directly above. It's almost as obvious as any cupola for that matter. and it's dead easy to pen because it's only 150 millimeters. You try to get the front of this thing though, and you can see it's very, very difficult to get through because it's only 180 millimeters, but it's actually so well angled back that it comes up to about, well, at some parts you can see it gets up to about 430, but if you hit it, say, on the edge here, it's about 270. So yeah, very difficult, and the angle does actually help because it's a better chance that the rounds are just going to bounce off the frontal armor of this thing. If you can get the sides, even better still, because as I said, it's only 80 millimeters effective, coming up to about 90. If you're Arty, you can hit the roof of this thing and do some severe damage. 30 millimeters thick. So yes, most Arty shells will go through. It's 20 millimeters at the rear, and at the rear of this vehicle, it's only 40 millimeters. And again, slab-sided, as I said, so much easier to get through. The lower plates from the front, well, very difficult to see, unless, of course, he's stationary and he's aiming directly at you. But yes, that's another spot you can aim for if you wanted to get through. But because it's raked back at 59 degrees, again, you're very likely to get a bounce if you fire in. Let's have a quick look at the live model. And this is looking at it with the 120mm gun. You can see, yes, still very strong on the upper plate, but weak spots are very obvious. So there you go. That's where you have to be. Let's have a look at the modules. Okay, well, it's got a driver on the left-hand side on this one, where it is a European vehicle. And the gunner is actually on the right-hand side of the gun. And we can see the tank commander's directly behind the gunner with his radio. And you can see two massive ammo stores behind. And one of the loaders is actually occupying one of the cupolas. So if you could penetrate the cupola, you might put him out of action. You can see that there is a big engine at the rear of the vehicle with two fuel tanks on the shoulders, so to speak. And the transmission's directly at the rear. And there's ammo racks all over the place, really, this one directly behind the loader. And there's another one directly behind the commander as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if the commander also got his finger out occasionally to put shells in the breech, or into the magazine, that is. But you can see his head is actually in that rangefinder. So if a shell does go through the center of it, you've more than likely taken out the commander in the process, and that will reduce the view range. That's where all the modules are on the Foch B. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. Thanks to Marky for sending it in. If you did, please give the video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.